Dutch, we head to Stevenage this weekend. They're picking up a little bit of form, but after encouraging signs on Tuesday, what are you expecting out of the game?
A tough game, you know. Stevenage have made signings in the January transfer window. They're 11th in the form table. They're on the up, so to speak. So it's going to be a game that we can't treat lightly, you know. Like I said, they're 11th in the form table. We're 19th, so we've got to make sure we're on our mettle and go get the 3 points.
And we've seen so far this season that no matter where teams are in the table, you can, you know, beat anybody in this league. So it'll be a game that we can't really take for granted.
Yeah, it's a strange league this season. There isn't, for me, one team that's absolutely exceptional and is going to blitz the league. It's very much like you said there, anybody can beat anybody. We've got some good teams in the league, we've got some average teams, but Stevenage on the day, very dangerous opposition.
You mentioned there, you know, on Tuesday night Cheltenham were above us, but we more than matched them for large parts of the game. It is about managing each game now, isn't it? And Stevenage will obviously offer a different test to what Cheltenham did.
For sure, yeah. Cheltenham were a team that were content to let us have the ball at times, whereas Stevenage, I'm assuming, are going to get in our faces, going to press us and not allow us that time on the ball. So two different tests, both difficult in their own rights, but one we're looking forward to, and one that you know, we're confident that we can go down there and give a good account of ourselves.
And there were moments on Tuesday night where we saw large passages of play with the ball, something that we may not have seen earlier in the season. Is that something that you'll be looking to work on with the team now you've had, you know, a couple of days under your belt on the training ground?
Yeah, look, how I see it is if you've got time and space to play and pass, why not? You know, it's only a case of if you're under pressure and the pressure's too intense that we need to think about going long or maybe going back to front. But it makes sense to me if we've got the composure and we've got time and space to play, then play for sure.
And you've got creative players in the team that can do that, and somebody who looked very bright on Tuesday was Frank Vincent. How impressed have you been with him, and what did you make of his appearance on Tuesday?
Frank Vincent, first game of the season for us, a long time since he hasn't played a football match, and his running stats were phenomenal, the top of all the players who stepped on the pitch. So, you know, to be able to produce them running stats first and foremost was credit to him and his professionalism, but added with that is the quality he brings you on the pitch as well. He was able to get on it, try and play forward passes, break the game up, had a real solid all-round game, and he'll be looking to build on that from now till the end of the season. And
there was versatility shown in that game, and there will be going forward, but one player who showed again his versatility was Cameron Norman, a position that, you know, we may not have seen him in, but were you impressed with how he adapted to that role?
The first role of being a holding midfielder, yeah. Sads and myself, we spoke at length about it, whether he could play that position. We felt that with his quality and his technical ability, there's no reason why he couldn't play that position. And Cheltenham being a physical team, you know, ask questions from all angles, including long throws. We needed a bit of steel and a bit of height in there for that fixture, and I think Cam Norman acquitted himself really well in the holding midfield position. It's a position that you grow into. It's not something that you take to it straight away. It's about learning to be in the right places at the right times, learning to cover the right spaces as well, and that's something that he'll develop into. But for sure, for his first game, phenomenal effort.
And you mentioned there about the physicality. That's not something necessarily that we've got in that position, because if you look at the other midfielders in Lee Kinsella, Alfie Bates, Stu Sinclair, they are all of a smaller stature to Cameron Norman. So again, it gives you a different option there, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you say we haven't got that physicality in there, it depends how you look at it, to be honest. Liam Kinsella punches well above his weight. He's probably one of the best midfielders in the league at disrupting other teams' attacks, picking the pockets, and another one who's fantastic on the running stats, and he's the marathon man. He's played pretty much all the minutes this season out of the squad, and he keeps delivering and wears his heart on his sleeve, never gives up. A credit to his family and Walsall Football Club. So from a height perspective, no, we don't have the physicality there, but from just pure heart and determination, we've got plenty of strength in there.
And for yourself, now you've had a couple of good days on the training field with the team. How have you adapted to this new role for yourself? You know, how have you found that?
Very demanding. You know, I'm concerning myself much more with other people's thoughts and feelings, which I'm getting used to. So that side of things I've got to adjust to, but I'm loving it, to be honest. There isn't enough hours in the day currently. You know, I want to take this club forward quickly, but to do that I've got to be on the coaching field, and we've got to be getting some serious coaching into the boys. But the games are thick and fast between now and the end of the season, so we're just going to have to train really smart, really intelligently, communicate our messages the best we can to try and progress this football team as far forward as quickly as we can.